Hello, friends. I am home from my journey to Costa Rica, which is likely going to be the last time for a while. I'll talk more about that in a moment. Um, on my last day during one of my teachers' morning movement class, her name is Jessie Magic. I've talked about her before. I decided that I did not desire to move, to make the yoga shapes, to do the movements. I had so many words in my head and my heart that needed to come out. And so, even though it's likely my final time on this retreat, and it was the final class, the class that went through the theme of the more after we moved to honor the different elements: earth, fire, air, and water. I made my final entry into the special journey I bought for this retreat back in 2022, and it just felt really symbolic. And I'm feeling really emotional as I make this video to summarize the blog post. I often talk about the power of choice, and I have a hard time myself discerning whether I'm making a choice out of the notion of comfort and safety versus what it is that I truly desire. So I want to witness and honor that as much as I preach about choice, I know that that's really hard. I always wanted choices to be made for me so that I could feel like a victim. So in 2020, when I was working for LinkedIn and they did a massive layoff, I was actually kind of pissed that I wasn't part of it, because I wanted to be part of it and kind of escape from the burnout and overwhelm that I was feeling, even though I hadn't identified it yet at that point, and be able to be angry and feel like a victim. And when I made the choice to leave on my own and then leave the job I had taken only weeks into it, that was so much harder, because only I had to take accountability for that choice. Like, I walked away from a 6-figure salary. I walked away from amazing benefits so that I could pursue something that I had wanted to pursue for quite some time. And that was a hard thing to accept. And when you go on a retreat, no matter what kind of retreat, chances are you're going to be removed from the stimulation that you experience in your normal day-to-day life, whether it's work, taking care of your family, taking care of other responsibilities. And it's easier to get clarity. Excuse me, I'm like losing my voice. It's easier to get clarity and to receive messages. And throughout what I believe is going to be my final time in Costa Rica for a while, I kept receiving messages to be bolder. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit behind, that I'm running out of time to create this thing I want to create, which is a story and it's kind of ridiculous. And so I'm really working. I had been working while I was there, and I'm working now on really opening my heart, on forming partnerships, which can be challenging for me as a fiercely independent, weird only child, and allowing myself to really be supported by others. I don't always have to be the supportive one, though I do thrive when I'm supporting people. That's why I decided to become a coach. And so I ask, for those of you who are in my orbit, challenge me. If you believe that I'm making a choice based on comfort and safety, challenge me. I may get cranky and stubborn because that's who I am, but I welcome that. So I think I'll leave it there for now. There's a lot more in the blog post if you choose to read it. It is the journal entry I made pretty much unedited on that final day, final entry into my journal that I bought back in 2022. Subscribe for more and go to jenjortnercassidy.com for even more. Thanks for listening.